Grandpop tester and evaluator from wisehooterlearning. Welcome you to another of the learning videos we made for you. We make these videos about animals, insects, technology, and space because we love learning as much as you do. So whether you are 4 or 104, it's time to sit right back, snuggle up with a pillow, and enjoy the show. If you would like us to do a shout out to you, your child, your friend, or your school or town in a future video, please email us at wisehooterlearning@yahoo.com and we will do our best to make that happen in a future video. Remember to have fun learning.
Hey there, science fans! wisehooterlearning here, and boy, do I have a fun topic for you today. Robots. You know, those awesome machines that seem straight out of a science fiction movie? Robots are taking the world by storm, and guess what? They're not just for grown-up scientists anymore. They explore dangerous places in space. Robots even clean houses. Have you ever wondered, what exactly is a robot? Or, could I build one myself? Well, get ready to put on your thinking caps and grab your toolkits because we're about to dive into the exciting world of robots. So, are you ready to unleash your inner inventor and explore the amazing universe of robots? Let's get started. Remember R2-D2 from Star Wars? Or how about Wall-E? Those robots were pretty cool, right? They could talk, move around on their own, and even do chores. But here's the thing, kids. Robots aren't just characters in movies anymore. They're real, and they're all around us. From the automatic doors at the grocery store to the robotic arms assembling cars in factories, robots are becoming a bigger part of our lives every day. But what makes a robot a robot? What sets them apart from, say, a toaster or a remote-controlled car? Well, for starters, robots are designed to be more independent. They can be programmed to follow instructions, sense their surroundings, and even make decisions on their own. That's right. Some robots can think for themselves in a way. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Building a robot sounds complicated. And you're right, some robots are incredibly complex. But here's the cool part. The basic ideas behind robotics are actually pretty simple, even for young inventors like you. It's all about breaking down a big problem into smaller, more manageable steps. Think of building with Legos. You start with individual blocks and then put them together to create something amazing. Building a robot is kind of like that. We start with simple parts like motors, sensors, and a few lines of code. Then, we put them together in a clever way to bring our robotic creation to life. In the next few sections, we'll unravel the secrets of robots and explore how they're made. So what exactly makes a robot a robot? Imagine a robot as a helpful friend who follows your instructions. Now, this friend isn't a human, it's a machine. But what makes it special is its ability to sense, think, and act. You tell it what to do, and it does it, just like a super obedient pal. Robots are like clever machines that can do things on their own, making our lives easier and more fun. Now let's talk about the brains of a robot. Just like we have brains to process information and make decisions, robots have something called a control system. It's like the robot's control center, telling it what to do and how to do it. The control system takes in information from the robot's surroundings and then tells the robot how to react. Section 2. Sensors. A robot's super senses. Just like we use our senses to understand the world around us, robots have sensors to do the same. Sensors are like a robot's eyes, ears, nose, and even skin. They help the robot detect light, sound, touch, and even temperature. For example, some robots have cameras as eyes, microphones as ears, and touch sensors that act like their skin. These sensors allow robots to navigate their surroundings and interact with objects and people safely. Imagine a robot vacuum cleaner. It uses sensors to avoid bumping into furniture and walls while cleaning your room. Without sensors, robots would be clueless about their surroundings, like bumping into things like a lost puppy. Sensors are essential for robots to perceive their environment and perform tasks effectively, making them super perceptive machines. Section 3, Actuators, making robots move and groove. Now that our robot can sense its surroundings, it's time to get it moving. That's where actuators come in. Actuators are like the muscles and limbs of a robot, allowing them to move, grab, and interact with their environment. They can be electric motors that spin wheels or gears, or even hydraulic pistons that push and pull like strong arms. These actuators receive commands from the control system, telling them how much and in which direction to move. Think of a robot arm in a car factory. It uses actuators to move with precision, welding parts together with incredible accuracy. Actuators are the driving force behind a robot's actions, turning thoughts into movements and making them come alive. Section 4, Control Systems, the robot's boss. Now that we know about sensors and actuators, let's talk about the boss of the robot, the control system. The control system is like the robot's brain, taking in information from the sensors and deciding what actions the actuators should perform. It's like a conductor leading an orchestra, making sure everything works together in perfect harmony. Control systems can be as simple as a few lines of code for a basic robot, or as complex as sophisticated artificial intelligence algorithms for advanced robots. For example, the control system of a self-driving car processes data from cameras, GPS, and other sensors to determine the car's speed, direction, and braking. It's the control system that brings everything together, making the robot a functional and intelligent machine, ready to tackle any task. Building a robot is like putting together a giant, high-tech puzzle. But instead of cardboard pieces, we have cool things like motors, sensors, wires, and circuits. Just like every puzzle piece has its place, every robot part has a specific job to do. First, engineers design the robot using computer programs, kind of like drawing a blueprint for a house. They figure out what the robot needs to do and how it should look. Next, they carefully select the right parts, like choosing the strongest wheels for a robot that needs to move fast. Then comes the fun part, putting it all together. Engineers connect the motors to the wheels, the sensors to the control system, and everything else in between, making sure all the pieces fit perfectly and work in sync. Now, imagine the wires and circuits inside a robot as its nervous system. Just like our nerves carry messages throughout our bodies, circuits carry electrical signals that tell the robot what to do. These circuits are like tiny highways inside the robot, buzzing with energy and information. They connect all the different parts of the robot, allowing them to communicate with each other. Think of it this way. When you press a button on a remote control, a signal zips through the circuits to the robot, telling it to turn on or move. Circuits are the communication highways that make robots come alive, enabling them to respond to commands and interact with the world around them. Now that our robot has its body and nervous system, it's time to give it a brain, or at least something that acts like one. This is where programming comes in. Programming is like teaching the robot how to think and make decisions. We use special computer languages to write instructions, called code, which tell the robot what to do in different situations. Think of it like writing a set of instructions for your robot buddy. If the sensor detects an obstacle, the code might say, turn right, then move forward. Programming is what makes robots smart and capable of performing complex tasks. Testing. Making sure robots get it right. Building a robot is an exciting adventure, but it also takes a lot of careful planning and testing to make sure everything works perfectly. Just like a scientist tests an experiment, engineers test robots to make sure they can handle any challenge that comes their way. They put the robot through its paces, making it perform its tasks over and over again, checking for any glitches or hiccups. It's like giving your robot a pop quiz to see how well it's learned its lessons. For example, if the robot is designed to sort objects, engineers might test it with different shapes and sizes to ensure it can handle the variety. They might even throw in a curveball, like a weirdly shaped object, just to see how the robot adapts. Testing helps engineers identify and fix any problems, making the robot more reliable and efficient. Robots at work, not just science fiction. Anymore, remember those cool robots we saw in movies, doing amazing things like flying spaceships and fighting bad guys? Well, in the real world, robots might not be battling aliens yet, but they're doing some pretty incredible jobs that are just as important. In factories, robots are like super workers, assembling cars, electronics, and even candy bars with incredible speed and precision. They can work tirelessly for hours on end, never getting tired or needing a coffee break like us humans. Imagine a robot arm lifting heavy car parts and welding them together with pinpoint accuracy, faster than any human could. From building our cars to packaging our food, robots are becoming an essential part of the modern workforce, making industries more efficient and productive. They are the unsung heroes of manufacturing, working behind the scenes to make the things we use every day. Robots in space. Exploring the final frontier. Have you ever dreamed of blasting off into space, exploring distant planets, and uncovering the mysteries of the universe? Well, while we humans are still working on making space travel as easy as hopping on a plane, we've got robots out there right now, boldly going where no human has gone before. Robots like the Mars rovers are our eyes and ears in space, exploring the red planet, collecting data, and sending back incredible images of alien landscapes. They can withstand extreme temperatures, navigate treacherous terrain, and even drill into rocks, all while being millions of miles away from Earth. These robotic explorers are helping us learn more about our solar system and the possibilities of life beyond Earth. Robots aren't just for factories and outer space. They're also making a big difference in hospitals and healthcare. These medical marvels are assisting doctors and nurses in countless ways, improving patient care and making medical procedures safer and less invasive. Imagine a surgeon using a robotic arm to perform delicate surgery with incredible precision, minimizing scarring and recovery time for the patient. Or picture a robot delivering medication to patients, ensuring accurate dosages and reducing the risk of errors. Robots are even being used to help people with disabilities regain their independence. Robotic exoskeletons can assist people with mobility impairments to walk again, while robotic arms can help those with limited arm function to perform everyday tasks. From assisting in surgery to providing rehabilitation, robots are transforming healthcare, improving patient outcomes, and enhancing the capabilities of medical professionals. Robots aren't just confined to factories, hospitals, or outer space. They're even making their way into our homes. These helpful bots are becoming increasingly common, taking on everyday chores, providing companionship, and making our lives easier and more entertaining. Imagine coming home from school to find your robot vacuum cleaner has already tidied up the floor, leaving your room sparkling clean. Or picture a robot chef whipping up a delicious meal while you relax after a long day. Robots can also be our companions, providing entertainment and social interaction. Robot pets can provide companionship without the need for walks or litter boxes, while social robots can engage in conversations, play games, and even tell jokes. From cleaning our floors to keeping us company, robots are becoming increasingly integrated into our daily lives, making our homes smarter, more efficient, and more enjoyable. Now let's do a shout out. Here is a shout out from Tester, Evaluator, and Grandpop at wisehooterlearning to all of our science, technology, and engineering friends out there. Those of you who work on technology, and those of you who are studying it for work, fun, or both. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, is what we love too. So if you are lucky enough to be in a school that focuses on STEM, you are so lucky. Enjoy. The most important thing to remember is that anyone can be a robot enthusiast, even if you don't have a fancy lab or a team of engineers. You can explore the world of robots right from your own home, just like we did today. Building even a simple robot teaches you valuable skills like problem solving, critical thinking, and perseverance. So keep asking questions, keep experimenting, and never stop exploring the world around you. The world needs your curiosity, your creativity, and your passion for science. Who knows, maybe one of you watching today will be the one to invent the next big thing in robotics. Maybe you'll be the one to design a robot that can clean our oceans, explore distant galaxies, or even just fold laundry perfectly. Hey, a robot can dream, right? One of Grandpop's sons started his interest in robotics early. When he was about 6, he built his first mini-robot with Grandpop. That early interest eventually led to doing very well in science fairs at school. All of that led to going to a college and university to learn more and get a degree in robotics engineering, which is the field he works in today, helping to design and build robots that work in space. So never let anyone tell you that you can't become an expert at robotics. You can.